Hello and welcome to this short ESM tutorial where we will talk about queries and query viewers. Okay, first of all, what we're going to do, let me just explain to you very quickly. Right here, right now, I'm displaying one active channel which currently is showing us some events, some, email message events that we have gathered using the uh, tipping point. So I'm just going to open up some more fields here just to explain, yeah, show you some more information like the message portion and the file name as well. So yeah, file and then under here file name. You can see that this is a PDF looks like, and then the message portion as well. We can read the entire message portion, which says, "Be warned," something like, coronavirus, COVID. Lately there were a lot of emails, a lot of spam campaigns, which were taking advantage, which were taking, yeah, advantage of the situation, and they were trying to trick a lot of people from all around the world. So in this particular case, we're going to observe this kind of events, and what we want to do, let's imagine, for example, that we want to get something like a report, we want to get like a short list of any events which might have, for example, contained any malicious attachments or any suspicious, email attachments, again, coming from suspicious email addresses, IP addresses, and so on. So what we can do, we can actually create a query, and then, yeah, this query is going to look for, let me just give a name to the query. Um, just I'm going to choose one name. Okay. Um, and then I'm going to say something like 1 hour start time, end time, right? This is from when exactly do you want to start looking for events, and then until what time. Now, what I'm doing, where it says select, I'm building basically the logic of my SQL query. So queries and query viewers in ArcSight ESM, they're based on SQL logic. So those are nothing else but SQL queries that we're building, which are running against the database in order to collect some information for us. So right now, since we're interested in events, earlier I've specified that I want to look for events, and now I'm picking one by one the fields and essentially the columns out of which my query viewer is going to be built later. So I'm saying that right now I want to build a simple query viewer containing only two columns. One will be the target username and the other one will be the name, for example, of the event. Group by, so I'm going to say group by the target username and by the name, and then some conditions. Let's build some conditions here. We can say, 1 second, yeah, something like message, and then we can specify that the message should contain, do not go for equals unless you're sure that it's going to match this condition that you put right next to the field. Say contains if you are not really sure if you know that, for example, just a particular word might be part of the particular sentence or a particular name that you're interested in. And then under one or logical operator, you can put many, you can put or as well the same fields, like in this particular case, message. If you're not sure what the message field will contain, like whether it will be corona, whether it will be COVID, whether it will be novel coronavirus, and so on and so on, you can put them. You can nest different conditions under each other. You can use multiple logical operators again under each other. Okay, so yeah. Okay, file, I'm just gonna say as well, file name, for example, file name contains, and again, COVID. File name stands for the actual attachment, for the actual file that has been attached to those messages. So if there is like a PDF, like in this particular case that we're observing, we're going to find actually this condition into the event. Okay, let me delete those two query viewers because they're old. And now the query that I just created, I'm gonna use it with my query viewer. So the query viewer is essentially a display of what we've built, what we've created, like an interactive kind of a display, right? Okay, I'm going to save it. And now let's try to display it. Okay, some strange results. Um, Probably I have to change a little bit the logic of my filter because, yeah, I want to see some more events here. And apparently, yeah, probably the issue here is either with my start time because I don't have probably enough events generated and accumulated, or actually the problem might be with my filter under my conditions. Yeah. I think it's my filter, so let me change it a little bit. Um, yeah, edit and then under conditions. You know what? I'm going to remove this one and then this one as well. I'm just gonna leave those two. Refresh. Ah, still nothing. Hmm. Okay. Um, oh, I think I know why. Let me just change as well a little bit more the time range. Let me expand it. But no, still. Okay, I think that my condition here looks for an exact match. Yeah, this one, the COVID. Do you see? It's not saying case sensitive. Now I'm going to remove the case sensitiveness. Okay, now it's better. Yeah, because it was looking for COVID just like in the way it is actually spelled. And by removing the case sensitiveness, you're saying to the system, it doesn't matter how it's spelled exactly. It doesn't matter if it's spelled with a capital C or if it's O in capital letters. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to remove as well the ArcSight internal events, and finally this is what we've got. We've got some unique addresses with target usernames. Sorry, not addresses, events. I meant with target usernames and then the actual names of those events. So if you want now, what you can do, you can as well build a more detailed query viewer, and then you can build something like a bridge, something like drill down, and you can map the simple one, which has only those two columns, with a more detailed query viewer, which will expose, which will show, for example, some more information. And this is great for your analysts. This is great for your operators whenever they need to analyze, or eventually later to generate reports directly from those views. It's very easy, it's straightforward. Okay, so slowly right now I'm building as well the detailed query viewer, which will expose, which will contain some more columns. As you can see right now, I'm saying, for example, end time, because I'm interested in what is the end time of the event. Then we have the name, because I'm interested as well, again, in the name of those events. I want to know what's the attacker username, essentially the sender. This is the email address that has been used in order to send those emails to my target usernames. The attacker geocountry name, we want to learn from where those events are coming in. And then target username, which contains the email address of, for example, my users of, the colleagues which were targeted. And then device product, device vendor, we want to see which product has retrieved them, probably in here in this situation will be McAfee, and then the message and the file name, right? So, okay, I wanna copy the conditions. So right click or just simply Control C, copy, paste. You can do this. And yeah, now I'm just gonna save. Right click, save, close. All right. So a new query viewer directly from this query. Give a name, choose a name. How do you want to call it? Okay. Yeah, just 1 second. Let me see here. The start time. Oh, 1 day. Yeah, I remember now that I've set 12 hours for my base one, right? Yeah, 12 hours. Okay, I'm gonna modify this to 12 hours and not to 1 day. So I want to see events that have occurred in the past 12 hours. Okay, so saving here both of those. Click OK, OK. And let me show you how the detailed ones, how the detailed query viewer looks like right now. So this is the simple and this is the detailed one. Yeah, do you see? Now the detailed looks much more detailed indeed. It contains more columns, more information like the event name. Um, you have the attacker address, the geo country name, the file names, and the message portion as well. Now, of course, I have lots of emails because my smart connector was generating lots of those events for the past 12 hours. Of course, probably you're not going to see so many, but one, two, or three for different users you might have. So if you want to build, like I said, a bridge or like a link in between the simple and the detailed one. So just by clicking a particular target username from the simple, you can expose the detailed one, which will show you more information just automatically like this. And this is a great way, like I said, for your analysts and for your operators just to investigate. It's much easier, it's much faster as well to generate reports directly from those views. Uh, you know, it's ideal. It's great. So right now I'm choosing from the simple one. I've went under drill down, I've clicked under add, and I've picked my detailed one. And all you have to do right now is to do a little kind of, field mapping. So at least one field in the simple one must correspond to at least one field in the detailed one. Or in other words, which is this field? Well, we have the target username, or we have as well the actual name of the event. But in our case, uh, I'm just gonna use the target username because I believe that this is better. Okay, so find it on the left side and then the corresponding field on the right side. Say sort the events in ascending or descending way by their end time, and then just click on OK, and that's it. So now, just to show you what will happen, close all, close everything. Let's open the simple one, table. Okay, that is normal. Yep. And now let's pick one target username from here. Just this one or this one. Let's pick this one. Right click and then say just drill down. And now this is what you've got. Only events targeting and containing this particular target username, this particular email address, and all the rest are not displayed. So only Peter Jackson, events. So you have the file names, again, you have the message portion, okay, the device vendor and everything. So from this view, After that, I'll show you. Let's try to open another one just to show you that it works. Let's try with Paolo Rossi. And here it is as well. Same thing. All events. Okay. And now just to show you. Yeah. I'm going to, uh, 1 second. Let's generate one simple report. Like I said, right click and then, yeah, from this view. For example, I don't know, your manager asks you to generate a simple report displaying all malicious attachments and all emails which were affected. Um, so you can right click directly the query viewer and say report. Then you choose the page size, the page format, HTML, like in this case. Um, and yeah, this is the simple report that I've obtained. Now, there are a variety of different available ways in which you can generate your reports, but this is just a very simple and easy, straightforward procedure and process. You can right click, you can say PDF as well if you want to PDF, to have this report. And yeah, this is what I got. Um, of course, you can customize your templates, you can customize your reports, but this is story for another video. This is just a very simple and easy way in which you can obtain quickly a report directly from the query viewer, um, you know, facility query viewer resource in ArcSight ESM. Okay, guys. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.